Hello guys and welcome back to another video at the Capital Traders Group. Now in this video I'm going to be highlighting a trade idea or setup that I see coming very soon on BTC in particular. We had a lot of range bound price action at the end of 2022 or Q4 2022, and now we've come into this area where I've called many times on our Telegram and on our Instagram in particular, where I was expecting price to push up, liquidate the highs of the range, and come up and mitigate this area where price then pushed down. We're also members and I looking to take short positions as price came down and pushed into my zone. Now this is a very important zone because this is a zone I was looking for longs from. It's a zone I highlighted before as well. If you can go check out our Telegram group, link will be in the description down below. But now prices in essence come into my zone. What I'm looking for is price to come back down, right? Come back down, sorry, one second, and clear all this liquidity below here, right? We have these relative equal lows here. I'm looking for a flush of liquidity from these lows for price to come back potentially into the 16k region or the $15,900 region before we see a nice relief above, where this is scenario one where I'll be looking for longs for price to come back into the range highs again. The other scenario I see playing is if price leaves these lows intact, then we're likely going to see something like this play, where we see a smaller retracement and then a push up. Now the two zones where I'll be looking for potential shorts from, because I will be looking for shorts if this scenario does play, is these two areas. Area 1, right? This is my my first order block, and then the second order block, which took out this liquidity on the left, right? The actual zone, which is a more of a high probability zone, is this level here. This is the actual range high where I'll be looking for more favorable shorts for price to come down, to short back down to the range lows at at the 15k region. And if this scenario does play, then I'm much more what I'll be doing is looking for shorts first from one of these regions. Let's say from this region, for example, back down into my main demand zone, to then look for longs back up into price on the swing level. I'll be looking for longs then if this scenario does play, where I'll be placing my stops or looking to place my stops below where the previous low was taken here. If price trades below this level, then this setup will be invalidated. But the way price shapes will be more indicative of which scenario we see play out. But if this scenario does play, I'll be looking for longs into the $20,000 region, mainly because we have strong imbalance left and we've been ranging. Okay, for my macro perspective, once price does come into this region, we'll have to be more patient and see. But my main higher time frame analysis is still aligning, so where I was looking for potential shorts once price does come back into this zone. This is from my swing perspective, because anything within this region is my intraday perspective, which can change depending on which scenario I just mapped out and which plays. But my high time frame analysis, my swing bias, is what I'm initially looking at, and has a high probability of playing out, mainly because of one or two reasons. We had the imbalance, right, which is left and that needs to be filled, but we also have this power of three pattern playing. And a power of three pattern is, in essence, when you see something like this, right, you have consolidation, right, which we've seen here. Then you have price push up. Now this is referred to as manipulation, right, to liquidate all the sellers, the buyers and sellers in this range, to then trick retail traders to start buying as price pushes up higher, and then price deviates and pushes down lower and makes the real move, which is called the expansion, right? It's referred to as a power of three. But you see these patterns play out on all sort of assets, and you would have seen it playing out on a BTC a lot of times as well. For example, on the lower time frame, you would have seen this. You have a bit of a range, you have manipulation, which price pushes higher, clears all the highs here, liquidity, and then makes its real push to the downside, right? The expansion. So this is more on the higher time frame where I see this same power of 3 pattern play out on the higher time frame. But I need to see this region mitigate. The 20k region is my main region, and this comes into my my swing bias. But for now, I'm looking at potential longs, right? Depending on which scenario plays on the intraday level. Again, depending on if these lows get taken or not, for price to come back into one of these two zones, for this back to this zone, for then price to potentially grind back up, so we can start shorting from above here. So that's in essence the scenario I see playing out on BTC. But if I'm going to play the balance of probability here, I want to see these lows get taken. If I get rid of all of this, I want to see these lows over here get taken. Okay, I need to see these lows get taken in order for me to long, because before you see any big movement in price, you usually see a liquidation from the other side of the market, right? So in put it in layman terms, in order for the market to be long, you need to take out sellers, right? Sorry, we need to take out buyers, right? We need to liquidate any retail traders from this region who have placed stops below these levels, to liquidate them first, right? And then price pushes up higher, right? It's clear-cut manipulation, which you see play out on many different time frames on many different assets. So that's in essence the scenario I'm looking at for the buyers. But to be more precise, I want to look for longs. I'd rather leave these lows intact for then price to come up, because it will increase the probability for the shorts for price to come liquidate these lows then, and then we can buy back up to our main $20,000 region. I hope that was simple. I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but this is the scenario I've mapped out for BTC, and I'll be looking to play with along with the members, where I'll be sharing my entry and stop loss and target, etc., which I have been doing for the past 2-3 years, 2.5 years to be exact. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in looking at our results, or want to get a trial service out, link will be in the description down below. But I'll also be sharing this setup and the updates for it in our free Telegram group, so feel free to check that out also. So with all that said and done, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I would also recommend you guys, if you are learning to trade, mark these zones out in your chart, and it'll help you understand which zones we're looking for price to react from, and it will help you learn also that what entry triggers we look at once price comes into these zones. Look at how price reacts, and look how and why you would look for entries at these specific levels. So with all that done, please, if you like this video, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.